with the Ramblers Society.
Yeah, it's on now.
In England, and, but I'd never been any kind of an organizer. I'd always walk barefoot when I went out.
Yeah. Just keep it on.
But I guess I learned something from watching what they did. The big difference with the UK is that trails are much more stable there. A farmer practically needs an act of parliament to move a hiker's right-of-way from the middle of his field to around the edge. And the thing that I learned as soon as I came here is that when you look at a U.S. Postal Geographic Survey sheet, it's not as reliable as something from the Ordnance Survey simply because it's so much easier to move a right-of-way. And you get one that's a couple of years out of date, and you're going along hiking, and it's not there anymore. Somebody else bought the property, they don't allow access, it's a totally different thing. But what happened to me, I got involved, first of all, with with two groups simultaneously that sort of cooperated with each other. One was the Newtown Hikers, and also with a chapter of what's the Naturalist Society of the U.S.
The Appalachian Mountain Club or the Sierra Club?
Sierra Club. Okay. So they were cooperating with the Sierra Club, and I knew people at each. And after a couple of years of hiking with them, I decided I had enough gray hair at the time that I might, try to share some of what I'd done and knew, and I organized a group of hikes for them, which means simply that I plugged myself in and volunteered, just like Dave is asking, some of you to do. And of course, it was a different media world then. Just newspaper-based, primitive. But after I'd done some of this, I began attracting press attention. And I get a number of different people come out with me, and one of the people that wasn't all that, impressive to me in terms of press, people, but just happened to have a wider audience was a woman from the New York Times. And she came along, and I always I would bend over backwards for somebody from the press. I'd, schedule a walk for them at their convenience, just me and them. It worked out better. My only stipulation was that they actually participate in it and go barefoot. All right. Well, I got some very good press, good write-ups. The best one I thought was Liz Halloran, and I forgot her paper. I think it was Hartford Current. She wrote a wonderful piece that when I wrote the book, I actually asked her publisher if I could use it. But this lady from the Times wrote the article that was seen by, man's surname was White, I forgot his first name, John White. And he was a literary agent, calls me up on the phone and wants to know if I could write a book. So I said, well, this is going to be a chapter. Well, one of the things that got me through school, university, all that, I have a fairly good talent for being able to marshal words on a page. That's just sort of a knack. And I sent him a chapter, and he said, well, He says, this is great. He says, you know how to write. So he said, well, put a book together. And I did. He, you know, being a literary agent, he shopped it around to, how many publishers, I don't know. We go through dozens. And finally was picked up by Ken Speed Press. And, that's how this came to be. And recognize the writing as the same. It's up there, and that was the start of things. And I hope that I've been able to make my contribution, founding this within a couple of years of the internet getting started. There were suddenly groups and other places that were far more successful than mine, because than mine was, because they were run by men and women who had better organizational skills. I mean, compared to Dave here, I couldn't organize a piss up in a brewery. I hear about some of these people. Oh, we have so many people, and we have so many people, and I'd be waiting out in the rain to see if anybody showed up on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But I am just so glad that this has gone off the ground and it's become what it's becoming now, and I'm really pleased to see what Dave is doing with it. He went out on a hike with me once, and so I know him, I remember him, and it's just wonderful to see him again, and glad somebody this competent has been able to pick up the ball when my life has moved me into directions I really could no longer carry it. I don't drive anymore, Beth drove me here. She's the one that's volunteered to organize a hike. If any of you have any questions for me, I can answer them, but speaking off the cuff isn't my best thing either. Hi.
Hi, I have a question.
Introduce your name to Alan. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Alan, my name is Alan Price.
Hi, Alan. I say hi, Alan.
That's right. I'm learning it myself. I mean, I've met a few people multiple times, which is why I'm remembering them. Otherwise, it takes me a few times too.
All right. Well, Alan, you can.
I read your book. I don't know, maybe my sense of time is the greatest, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how I got in touch with Dave, and maybe I contacted you. I don't really have any remembrance, but somehow here I am. So, but I do have a question.
Yeah.
And that is, how do you build up your feet? What things can you do to build your feet up? Because
I would say just walking. I go barefoot just about everywhere, but of all the kinds of walks that you can go, the best thing for your feet is natural forest trail. It makes them more nimble. Yes, it makes them stronger. It's going to make them tougher, because